Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to the Lady Riverbrook Gymnasium here in a sunny Fredericton, New Brunswick. Logjam atop the standings here in the ACAA men's basketball conference. Holland 10-3, Mount St. Vincent, Crandall, and STU all at 9-5. Mount A 7-6. These UKC Blue Devils who are in to visit the Tommies today 3-10. Much better than the record. Been playing well above that in the second half. BSJ winless but dangerous. Other games today, Mount A at Holland, and the game will definitely have impact at the top of the standings, and MSVU at UNBSJ. Neither of these teams ranked nationally. Mount St. Vincent, who the Tommies beat yesterday, are 13, Holland College 15. Tommies in that MSVU game yesterday, 99-92 winners. Jackson Smith, 19 points. Lyon McLean, 17, and Will Spalding with 15 points and 8 rebounds for Mount St. Vincent. For the Tommies, Jeffrey Lavoie with back-to-back great games for the Tommies. 31 against St. John last weekend, follows it up with 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists yesterday. Vince Littleton, 18 points. Tommies shot 46% from the field. Only committed 12 turnovers, so they valued the ball. Very important for this Tommies team. They can limit the turnovers. They can be pretty good, and we're +5 in free throws made. UKC, they won yesterday at Kings. They were down, had a pretty good comeback. They were down 10 going into the fourth. Ended up winning by 79-77. Brendan Morris, 16 points. Javon Jande and Xavier Buckley, 12 each. Josh Crocker had 9, and they were all in the fourth, that pivotal fourth quarter. Ethan Zamurda and Alex Areola, double-doubles each. Zamurda, 19 points, 10 rebounds. Areola, 15 points, 12 boards for the Seawolves. UKC made 10 three-point field goals versus only 4 for St. John. And looking at the box score, Seawolves scoreless in the final 3 minutes and 3 seconds, while UKC had 2 points. So it is the Blue Devils who were able to lock down there on defense. Starting lineup for UKC, just saw them introduced. 4 is Xavier Buckley, the point guard out of Halifax. 7, Brendan Morris, shooting guard in his first year out of Dundas, Ontario. 8 is Osgoran, shooting guard out of Bursa, Turkey. Ethan Merlin, number 11, another guard out of Sydney, Nova Scotia. And Javon Jande, third-year forward, 6'6" out of Chilliwack, BC, brings some size to the Blue Devils' starting lineup. Watch also for Corson O'Rourke, number 14. He's among the league leaders in rebounds. He'll come off the bench in this one. Starters for the Tommies, 22, Harrison Florian, as the Tommies go in the green today. 3 will be Trey Campbell out of Scarborough, Ontario, first-year guard. Evan Villain, number 9, out of Miramichi and Miramichi Valley, stays in the starting lineup. Tyrese Paul, 6'4" winger in his 5th year at Leo Hayes High on Fredericton's north side. He's another starter. And Jeffrey Lavoie, the aforementioned Lavoie, out of a Cole second there. Bernice Desloges in Ottawa, 6'4" forward. Started off the top here. Big hello to Jeff's sister, who I'm told watches along every game at home. Quick little visit before the game from Jeff's father. Passed along that little nugget of information. Kings controls. Jande with the long shot, rebounded by Trey Campbell. Campbell for Lavoie. Villain blocked at the bucket by Brendan Morris. Harrison Florian picks it up and he lays it in for 2. Florian, a little tough day from the field yesterday. Still shoots at about 58%. 9 points and 7 rebounds a game for Florian. Gets the first 2 in this game. Jande with a nice look inside. Oh, and can't finish was Osgoran. We played a minute, 2-0 Tommies. Lavoie wheels and deals, drives, kicks out for Trey Campbell. Steps back, uses the Florian screen, finds Lavoie for a 3. Spoke with both coaches before the game. Coach Hickey said, pretty pleased with yesterday. Wasn't perfect, but it rarely is. Pretty tough to play perfect. He was pretty pleased with the effort on both ends. Lavoie with the steal. An easy lay-in. And it's quick timeout taken by Coach Luke Stevenson. I talked to him before the game. They were down. They scored a bunch of points in the second half yesterday, and that comeback against St. John. Not happy with the effort there off the Lavoie steal. Said they'll be okay if they can score. They've yet to do so. They're okay on the defensive end generally. Not happy with the effort there in the early going for sure. Said he'd also be pretty happy if the Tommies had an off game here. UKC will be back, though, for the playoffs. They've secured that position. They'll get whoever finishes third out of that mess of teams at the top of the conference. A big yikes there, because there's going to be a quality team you're going to get in that quarterfinal no matter who you end up playing. But again, opportunity to come in here and get a bit of a feel for the gym. Place you're going to have to win come playoff time. The Tommies are hosting. Referees for this one, let's get those in right away as well. Mr. Adam Humphrey, Mr. Michael Murray, and Mr. Donnie Forsyth. Pardon me, that's Matt Whipple, not Donnie Forsyth. Notes are wrong on this one. Mr. Matt Whipple, Mr. Michael Murray, and Mr. Adam Humphrey. Transcription error on my part, I'm sure. They will be the three gentlemen in charge with making sure it goes according to Hoyle. Rebound put back by Buckley. UKC gets on the board. Renewed defensive intensity here out of that timeout. Paul squares up for 3 and drains the 3. Tyrese Paul shoots the 3 at about a 26% clip. A little better than 1 out of 4 for Tyrese from deep. Gets on the board there with an open look. On the drive and kick outside was Merlin. But his teammate had already vacated position. So the pass ends up just in the bench. Campbell against Osgoran for Florian and Lavoie. Lavoie outside Villain launches a 3. Too strong. Florian can't get the rebound into the hands of Osgoran, who's met by Campbell. Back for Janday. Janday for Osgoran. Merlin wheels and deals. Back for Osgoran. Deep 3. Janday on the offensive glass. Not sure whose man Javon Janday is there, but no block out to allow Janday to get right to the offensive glass. Foul goes on Tyrese Paul on the rebound. Inbounded for Osgoran for Janday. Janday loses the handle. Campbell goes to the floor for it. Finds Florian. Will take one dribble and find Lavoie. Jeffrey Lavoie, a forward, but a very, very capable ball handler. You see the ball in his hands a lot late. Florian using the size and strength against Janday. One dribble high off glass, and he's got 2. Harrison, really, really nice offensive touch. Watched Harry develop all the way through high school. Very impressive what he's done here in the ACAA. How he's grown as a player. From when I first crossed paths with him at Leo Hayes. Campbell might have got away with a travel there. Back into Florian, out to Paul for 3 more. Oh, front rim. Rebound taken away. That was Daruga, number 22, who's checked in. Missed that substitution. Now Daruga in the post. Doesn't get the pass, and the rebound goes to Lavoie. Villain stripped underneath. Long forward pass for Buckley. Buckley against Florian, gets the body from Florian and scores 2. Yeah, was a little belly up there from Harrison. Push call, pretty easy call there. Trey Campbell checks in, checks out, Vince Littleton checks in. Xavier Buckley to the line. Buckley, second year out of Halifax, averages over 9 points, over 3 rebounds, and over 3 assists. They're pretty good numbers for Buckley. 65% shooter, can't convert the and one though. Florian couldn't get the stake down on that back foot. Morris on the outside. That was Crocker, number 13, is also checked in. Morris with a rainbow. Paul for Lavoie and Littleton. He's really good shooter from outside. He makes almost 50% of his threes. That one jammed up. Buckley just backs up the Tommies defense and stops and pops from 12. That one's too easy. Suddenly it's 12-9 in the game the Tommies look like they were starting to take control of. They've gone a little cold from the offensive end. Tyrese Paul changes that in a hurry for a nice quiet-looking three-pointer from Tyrese. Tyrese in the gym early here before the women's game working on his shot. In fact, it was that end of the court Tyrese was shooting on when I arrived. Tyrese puts the work in. Lavoie with the foul, his first, team's third. Morris will inbound. Tanner Hoyt's checked in for the Tommies. As Lavoie goes to the bench. That's Crocker. He had 9 points in the fourth yesterday, as mentioned earlier. Gets the ball back. Jump ball called between Crocker and Littleton. Possession arrow, STU. In a 6-point game here. A little over halfway through the first quarter. Florian was looking for Villain. And Villain had lost the balance, couldn't come catch that pass, so it just goes out of bounds on the baseline. Buckley. Daruga ahead for Morris. Morris from deep again. Brendan Morris. He's a 40% three-point shooter. He's got a couple early. And we're in a three-point game. Kings are getting some points. It was 7-0 Tommies. Florian from the elbow. Andreas Clayton, number 9, is checked in for UKC. Somehow, I've missed every substitution in this game except one. Here we see Owen Amos and Ethan Tumwine check in. Amos 10, Tumwine 5 for the Tommies. Started to say Clayton, number 9 for the Blue Devils. Really, really dynamic athlete and dynamic player. Joined this UKC team in second semester. Daruga with the putback. Middleton's pass too strong for Tumwine. I think Tumwine has really played his way onto the court with his effort that he's been giving. Really earned some trust from the coaching staff and getting some important minutes. Daruga, nice move inside and good finish. Andrew DeRuga makes the folks in St. John's happy with that move. 1 point game all of a sudden. Tanner Hoyt fouled by DeRuga. His first, team's first. Coach Luke Stevenson says, great D, let's keep that going. Coach Stevenson again, his assistants not traveling with him here this weekend. One with young child at home. So Marika Williams will be the assistant this afternoon on the bench, coach of the women's team. Lavoie will come back in, 2:50 to go here in the quarter for Villain. Hoyt's directing some traffic. Tommy's again 4 flat on the inbound. Team prefer that. Owen Amos spots up long jumper and makes it. Buckley against Littleton. Amos with the double for DeRuga. That time Hoyt takes it away into the hands of Lavoie. Lavoie right to the bucket and lays it up for 2. Jeffrey Lavoie much more aggressive on the scoring the last few games. I think he can be a dominant scorer in this league when he looks to be that aggressive. Amos. Little butterfingers there. Can't corral it. Get the Velcro out next time, Owen. Tough drive by Merlin. Tommy's changed the shot. Ahead for Lavoie, back for Amos. Amos will drive, now spot back up for Lavoie for 3. Lavoie, the Tommy's male athlete of the week this week. Looks like he may be fishing for back-to-back honors. There's O'Rourke inside, the big body. Makes over 55% of his field goals. Third in the league in rebounding is Corson O'Rourke. Only a 45% free throw shooter, though. Well-built, strong man is O'Rourke. Very, very broad across the chest and shoulders. Uses that to his advantage in the rebounding action. Look at him and think, geez, he's only 6'2". Right among those league leaders in rebounds, and there you see him attack the offensive glass for that one. He was one of my Kings players to watch here in this one, was O'Rourke, and you see why they're attacking the glass on the offensive end. Effort and strength for O'Rourke. Littleton, step back, Rattler goes through. Hoyt with the steal. Tanner Hoyt picks up the foul on Ethan Merlin. It was really Xavier Buckley on the pass there that led to that turnover. And now we will see Brendan Morris and Caleb Rennie into the game. Tanner Hoyt on the line. Hoyt, a very reliable free throw shooter. Makes there. The Tommies lead was down to 1. Now it's back up to 11. Explosive offense from Stu. They're going to approach 30 points here in this quarter. Rennie into the paint. Blocked by Lavoie. .17 on the shot clock here as Kings inbounds. Hoyt on the steal for Lavoie, ahead for Tamwine. Ethan attacks the glass. It doesn't go down. That's the kind of aggression you want to see. Bringing it the other way. Crocker for Rennie. Rebound Amos. Coach Hickey says, let's go. We want to move the ball up court. Tamwine for Amos. Back to Tamwine and Owen Amos. Amos from 14 feet. That one was soft, but it rolls off the rim into the hands of Clayton. And Merlin finds Clayton again. That's a good physical matchup there. Merlin and Tumwine, two really good athletes. A little banker here on a Super Sunday. Merlin gets that one to go off glass. Not sure that was intended, but they all count and look the same in the box score. Owen Amos with 4 on the quarter. Goes at the rim, draws a foul. .1 on the game clock. Owen Amos will go in. Amos makes from the line. I was watching the UKC bench there. So the player came off. Owen Amos. Almost a 60% free throw shooter. Is good on both of those. Long shot taken. It would have counted. Falls to the floor. Tommy's 30. Blue Devils 19 after the first quarter. Bit of a quarter of runs there. But the Tommies put 30 on the board. They had 99 in the game yesterday. On pace for another big scoring day here today. We're going to take a quick break and be right back with action from the second quarter. Fans, welcome back for the second quarter. The Tommies plus 11 on the Blue Devils. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching ACAA.tv and Tommies TV on YouTube. Pleased to bring you the action here on a Super Sunday from the Later Beaverbrook Gymnasium. Tommy women were winners over Kings earlier. And a big volleyball game yet to come here that will decide home court in the semifinals. They will come under with play this week, Wednesday, Thursday, first game, and then Saturday, Sunday, the volleyball semifinals next week. So that will determine home court. It will be STU and Holland. They will be first-round opponents as well in that semifinal. That's to come at 4:30 or thereabouts, maybe a little after that, depending on how long the turnover between games is. Tommy's working around for Hoyt. Hoyt no good. Rebound for Vautour. I'll set the lineup here to start this quarter once I stop talking about volleyball. Lavoie can't get it to go, and a rebound into the hands of Morris for Clayton. Clayton, a rim run. Lots of contact, no call. And Lavoie does get the call. Looked to be more contact on the other end. Coach Stevenson says, why is that not being called at the other end? I sort of have the same question, Coach. Kind of agree with you. So the Tommies have on the floor. 7 is Vautour, 10 is Amos, 13 is Lavoie, 3 is Campbell, who lays it in on the reverse. and Tanner Hoyt is 6. Clayton is joined by Osgoren, Morris. Jande is 12. And Rennie is 23. Jande inside. Warning given on Coach Stevens. He was looking for the foul there. The referee blows it dead. Coach Hickey says, but we had a breakaway. Why can't we do that warning a little bit later? Why are we blowing that one dead? We wanted to go. Campbell for Amos. Tanner Hoyt for 3. He's deadly. Tanner's lost the shooting touch, though, a little bit this second half of the season. Waiting for him to get it back. He started the season gangbusters. Somehow has cooled off. He's a really quality player. Knocked out of bounds by the Tommies. And again, Owen Amos says, I got to put some Velcro on the fingers here. It's a couple that have gone off me out of bounds. Can't believe. Osgoren on the shot. Rebound, batted around, controlled by Osgoren. Help Osgoren for Javon Jande for Caleb Rennie. Rennie step back 3, drains it. Coach Hickey turns around, looks at the bench and says they got 3 shots. We've got a rebound. Hoyt on the attack. That one doesn't go. Rennie on the rebound. Rennie runs right into Trey Campbell. That's a big collision. Rennie is going to get the charge, and I think he's got the worst of that too. Rennie down on the court. Van Duel, Tyrese Paul, and Harrison Florian in for STU. Rennie is up and appears okay, but Buckley checks in anyway. Duel for Campbell. Back for Ben Duel. Duel, second year guard out of Bernice McNaughton in Moncton. Trey Campbell shuffles the feet. Clayton with a long distance shot. That rolls through. Back to a 7-point game. Heard between quarters, Coach Stevenson saying, hey fellas, we're down, but this is nothing new. We've been there before. In fact, yesterday, and we had to come back. This is the quarter. We narrow the gap. Set ourselves up for the second half. Clayton can't keep the toes out of the tulips. He's out of bounds. Coach Stevenson, who had a good look at that one, doesn't agree with the official, says he was out but stepped in to catch it. Evan Villain checks in. Gotor to the bench. Villain to the corner for Paul. He's already got one from right there, make it 2 for Tyrese from that spot. Back to 10 points as Paul drains the three-pointer. Really, really quiet-looking release again from Tyrese. He's really good when he gets those feet squared up. Osgoren. No good there. And again on the offensive glass is Jande. Tommy's giving up way too many offensive rebounds for Coach Hickey's liking. Trey Campbell, a little out of control there, but gets lucky with the deflection out of bounds. On the pass. Ben Duel against Clayton. Duel will drive and draw body on Clayton. That's going to be a foul on the drive, on the block. Both coaches working the officials. Here, just pausing to listen to the conversation there on the floor. Florian on the putback. If his own shot doesn't go, going to draw a jump ball between Florian and Jande. Blue Devils were looking for the over the back on Florian. Instead, it's just the jump ball that's going to go to the Tommies. And it's Littleton in and Campbell out. Florian on the catch for Paul, inside for Villain. Good post up by Evan Villain, the inbounder. He scores over Buckley. Osborne against Paul, won the spin, runs into Florian. Jande, step out from the baseline, too strong. Into the hands of Villain. And now Littleton in the front court, back for Duel. Looking for Florian inside. He gets the catch and dribble. Good footwork by Florian, and he gets loose for 2 points. Florian challenges, but the runner is made by Osborne over the outstretched Florian. Nice runner from Elp Osborne. Littleton for 3. Rebound, Villain. Villain rejected by Jande, jump ball. Andrew DeRuga will check back in for UKC. Starting to see the UKC subs now. Felt like I missed a bunch of them there in quarter 1. A little something on the floor there. Looks like a piece of tape off of somebody or a piece of paper. Adam Humphrey cleans that up. And we're set to go. DeRuga, back rimmer, rebound Tyrese Paul. Tommies work it to Ben Duel. 10 on the shot clock. Littleton for 3. Short, rebound, Florian. He leaves the putback short. Second putback is blocked, I believe, by DeRuga. And now on the run out is Buckley. Kicked by Ben Duel. And here we see Colin Downey checking in for Ben Duel. Downey, first-year guard out of Rossay and Rossay High School. Limited action for the Tommies thus far this season. Gets some playing time here. Buckley, no good. Tipped out by Florian. Jostling with DeRuga on the rebound. Osborne with 7 on the shot clock against Paul. Gets the shot away. Florian rips the rebound from DeRuga off to Littleton, and the Tommies are on the run again. Foul on Osborne. Caleb Rennie is up off the bench. Appears none the worse for wear from that earlier charge where he seemed to get the worst of the contact. Hard to believe when you look at Caleb Rennie that he could get the worst of the contact with Craig Campbell, but he did seem to on that charge. Rennie, another one of the big bodies for UKC. That's out of bounds. It will stay Tommy's ball. Again, the Tommies go 4 flat here and inbound on the over the top to Florian for Tyrese Paul. Rebound by Villain, blocked away, and it's Rennie out of the pack with it. Pardon me, that's Buckley, not Rennie. Morris with the shot. Downey for Villain. Villain is going to get the charging foul. Nice step in by Caleb Rennie. Villain was looking to hand off to Florian. Just couldn't get the brakes on soon enough to avoid the charge. Villain's first, Tommy's first, 3:58 to go in the quarter. Pretty fast-moving game thus far. DeRuga over Florian. Can't get that to go. Downey, Villain. Now Tyrese Paul. Back for Littleton. Florian wants it in the post. He's got it. He'll work against DeRuga. Kick it outside for Colin Downey. And Colin Downey needed a bucket truck to get up and catch that pass from Harrison Florian. Lavoie in for Downey. Florian says, that's my bad. I threw it way too high for him. Rennie on the sideline. Referee Michael Murray within about 3 feet of that. Pretty easy call when you're standing that close. And that's a pass from Littleton that just eludes Evan Villain. Neither team doing a particularly good job in the last minute or two looking after the ball, it seems. Tommies did a really good job yesterday, really low turnover number. Buckley rattles out to Paul for Lavoie. Lavoie for Littleton on the cut. Acrobatic move, Vince Littleton, and the rebound goes to Merlin for Morris. Morris on the putback. Timeout Tommies as once again the Blue Devils are on the offensive glass. Coach Hickey says, get in there. Probably heard the yell in the gym. Not happy with the blocking out and the rebounding of the Tommies. They're usually a really good rebounding team. Tommies come into this one averaging 92.5 points a game versus 75 for UKC. Tommies, though, allow 86 a game. Tommies first in rebounds at 39-1, second in field goal percentage, and first in three-point field goal percentage. UKC not far behind, though, in rebounds, third. Just about one rebound difference between the clubs in total. Teams have met twice before. Tommies have won them both. 110-66 on November 12th here. Corson O'Rourke with a double-double, 12 points, 12 rebounds. Brendan Morris, 9 points. Trey Campbell put up 20 for STU on 6 of 11 three-point field goals. Jeffrey Lavoie had 19.6 rebounds. Vince Littleton, 15 and 6. Tommy shot 48% versus 37 for UKC, and they made 15 threes versus 4 and 19 free throws versus 4. You can see why there's a big difference in points. November 27th in Halifax, it was closer, 93-74 for STU. Gaio Isaiah, who's a scratch today, out injured. Spoke with him before the game. It's not long term. He's going to be coming back. Seems like he was moving pretty good to me. 18 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals. As Littleton gets the steal and puts one in. Trey Campbell, 15 on another 5 three-pointers. Tanner Hoyt, 13. Three-pointer made. That was Morris on the 3 on one end. Tommies respond with points at the other. Out of bounds, off Merlin. Corson O'Rourke checks in for DeRuga. Buckley into the painted area. O'Rourke dives and bats it off the Tommies. 1:44 to go in the quarter. Timeout taken by the Blue Devils. Again, just looking into the Kings timeout and see what they're diagramming up here. I know he wasn't very happy with the way they were set on the inbounds in the last play. We are set out of the timeout. Holland Hurricanes have arrived for that men's volleyball match. Shot missed to beat the buzzer by Buckley. Rebound to the Tommies. Littleton to the front court for Tyrese Paul. Jeffrey Lavoie doesn't hit anything on that shot, does Lavoie. Florian with the attempted save is out of bounds. Coach Stevenson calling out plays from the sideline. Merlin for O'Rourke. Leaves it for Buckley. Rennie. 7 on the shot clock. Rennie on the drive. Nice pass underneath, and that shot goes through for Brendan Morris. Morris out of Dundas, Ontario, gets 2 there. 8-point game, under a minute to go, first half. Oh, nice give and go for Florian, but he can't finish. Campbell on the offensive glass. Lavoie for Paul. Another spot up 3. That one rattles out into the hands of Brendan Morris for Xavier Buckley. Little hold there in the backcourt. Buckley draws the foul. Trey Campbell had his foot held by Brendan Morris, I think, in the back court there. Subs are coming in. 5. I had as a scratch. Have 5 in my lineup as Gareth McKinnon. Had him scratched out. We'll go with it being Gareth McKinnon for Kings. Corson O'Rourke underneath, fouled by Lavoie. It's going to be the second on Lavoie. A little traffic in front of me there. I couldn't see for just a second. Tumwine checks in. O'Rourke, more tough luck from the line. Second one spins out on O'Rourke. Rebound for Paul. 23 seconds to go here in the half. Littleton is holding for the final shot. Littleton for Paul in the low post. Paul puts it up, leaves it short on the front of the rim. Rebound Clayton. Ahead, and Amos knocks the pass away and will not have the opportunity to launch a long shot. Into the first half, the Tommies 44 and the Blue Devils 37. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching ACAA.TV and Tommy's TV on YouTube. Get yourself a little snack. Come on back, 15 minutes for the second half. Good afternoon, fans. Welcome back once again to the Lady Beaverbrook Gymnasium. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching Tommy's TV on YouTube and ACAA.tv. St. Thomas 44, UKC 37 at halftime here in men's basketball. Scorers from the first half for UKC: Xavier Buckley 7, Brendan Morris 13, Alp Osborne 2, Ethan Merlin 3, Javon Jande 2, Sandreas Clayton 3, Andrew DeRuga 4, Caleb Rennie 3 for your game total of 37. Morris leads with 4 rebounds. In terms of personal fouls, Osborne has 2, Rennie has 2. For the Tommy scorers, Trey Campbell 2 points, Evan Villain 2 points, Tyrese Paul 4 3-pointers for 12. Jeffrey Lavoie has 10. Harrison Florian 4 of 10 shooting 8 points. Vince Littleton has 4 points. Tanner Hoyt has 2. Owen Amos has 4 for the game total of 44. Tommy shoot 40% from the field, 40% from 3, and 100% from the line. UKC 33%, 33%, and only 14% on 1 of 7 from the free throw line. So shooting percentages favors the Tommies. UKC does have 9 offensive rebounds, though, out of their 21 total. Tommies on the offensive glass 7 times out of their 24 total. We're in play to start the second half. Tommy's ball. Lavoie works in the post, spin, scores 2. Give Jeffrey Lavoie an even dozen on the afternoon. He's having another good game here for the Tommies. Jande for 3. No good. Rebound. Campbell and Villain were together there. It's Trey Campbell stepping on the end line for the Tommies. Villain, Campbell, Lavoie, Paul, and Florian, the starting 5 from the game. And for UKC, 4 is Buckley, 12 is Jande, 8 is Osborne, 11 is Merlin, and 7 is Brendan Morris. So the game starters, jump ball possession will stay UKC as Florian gets the tie up with Jande. Merlin inbounds for Buckley. 4 on the shot clock. Taken away by Lavoie on the steal. Lavoie gets right into the paint now, back outside. Campbell shoots the 3, makes the 3. Trey Campbell holds the Statue of Liberty pose after that 3-pointer. Jande kicks back for Osborne for 3. He can't answer. Rebound Villain, out for Paul. Paul for Florian and Lavoie. Lavoie will use the Florian screen for Campbell. He's going to launch again. Front rim that time. Campbell, usually when he hits one, he can get a whole bunch going in a row. Saved, but right into the hands of Paul, who finds Trey Campbell for Florian. Florian might have got away with a travel there. Technical called on Coach Stevenson. Jande comes up leaking that collision with Florian. Like he busted open a lip there, maybe. He will come off, and Sandreas Clayton will check in. Coach Stevenson says, look, my guys come up bleeding. How do you not call a foul on that on the contact? Trey Campbell misses the free throw. This ball will go back to UKC, though. And DeRuga is set to sub in. DeRuga will check in for Merlin. DeRuga will match up against Florian, undoubtedly. Jande getting some medical attention on the sideline. Shot missed out of the corner by Osborne. The Tommies now to the front court. Villain has it stripped away by Osborne. That pass from Paul. A little tough one to catch, and leaving the reverse short is Morris. Campbell to Florian. Florian with a little runner through the lane. Misses that one. DeRuga on the rebound. It's almost like a carbon copy of the play against Jande, but Harrison can't get that one to go through. Osborne on the drive, kicks outside for Buckley, 6 to shoot. Buckley drains a three-pointer. Villain on the shot. He answers with a three-pointer. Evan Villain out of Miramichi Valley. Picks the folks up river. Proud of that shot. Picked off pass there. And nice reverse lay-in by Brendan Morris. He used the rim to his advantage to block out the defender. Florian for Lavoie. Lavoie baseline. He'll go up and score two. And get the foul with the hit to the head. DeRuga with the foul. We'll send Lavoie for the line. Lavoie 14 on the game now. This can be 15 if he converts here. 70% free throw shooter. That one does go through. That'll be 15 unofficially for Lavoie. That's my mental math. Oh, nice take there by Osborne, but he can't finish. Campbell on the rebound. Tommy's 3-on-2. Campbell wheels, deals, finds Lavoie on the cut, but they can't connect. Called out off of Clayton, and Clayton can't believe it. One of these games where I just love to be sitting down on the floor, hear what the coaches are really saying. I can only get a little bit of imagination going to figure out what that is. Rebound fought for. DeRuga bowls it down. Out for Osborne. Osborne right at Paul. That one's no good. Paul's got to get the feet back a little quicker there and get in front of him. Villain takes the 17-footer, leaves it short. Florian crashes with Clayton, and Harrison Florian's going to get the foul on the reach-in on Sandreas Clayton. Littleton for Campbell. Osborne will come out. Caleb Rennie will check in. Morris outside for Buckley, and Rennie on the drive. Rennie goes right at Tyrese Paul. Out of bounds. Lavoie for Paul. Another spot up three-pointer for Tyrese. DeRuga bothered that one a little bit, though, and forced the miss. Rennie back for Clayton. Clayton shoots a deep three. No block out there. And it's knocked out of bounds off of the Tommies. Tanner Hoyt checks in for Jeffrey Lavoie. Ball for UKC. Someone's going to have to come inbound. Will be Caleb Rennie. Buckley uses the DeRuga screen. Looking inside on the screen and roll with DeRuga, and it's knocked away. Daruga should have a good matchup on the inside against Tyrese Paul here if they look to get him the ball. Turning on the four-wheel drive on that one and getting it to go up the hill and over the rim is Brendan Morris. Owen Amos for three. Boys from the Miramichi came to play today. Amos and Villain hitting from long distance. Buckley misses. Rebound Amos over for Tyrese Paul. Tanner Hoyt with the drive and little kiss off the glass for two. Daruga with the drive will pick up the foul. Looks like it's going to go on Amos. It does. Tumwine will check in for Tyrese Paul. And Josh Crocker checks in for UKC. Daruga to the line. 5 for 6 from the free throw line coming into today. Makes on the first. Miss on the second. Rebound Villain for Littleton. Amos thought about it. Clayton had the pick off, but Littleton saves it. 13 on the shot clock. Shot out of the corner by Villain, a little too strong. Clayton for Morris. Morris, teardrop. Hoyt squares away a three. Can't leave Tanner Hoyt that open. He's too good of a shooter. Boy, how big would it be for the Tommies if Tanner Hoyt was able to find his shooting rhythm. Morris, back rimmer. Amos got a hand on it, but it'll stay UKC ball. Votor in for Villain. And Corson O'Rourke in for Andrew Daruga. Inside for O'Rourke. O'Rourke over Amos. Can't get it to go. Fights for the offensive board, but it's Ethan Tumwine who pulls it down for Zachary Votor. Votor fouled by Caleb Rennie. Coach Stevenson says, why are you fouling him way out there? Why are you even reaching in? What are you doing? Surely we don't need to do that. Littleton against Clayton. Littleton right into the paint. Leaves it short. And there's a late foul call by Sandreas Clayton. Vince Littleton was looking for the other official to call it, but it's the outside official who does finally blow it dead. And Clayton and the outside official having a little discreet conversation on the far side about that call. Littleton misses the first. 65% free throw shooter is Vince Littleton. Averages about 14 points, 4.5 rebounds a game, and 3 assists. Littleton clean on the second. 19-point Tommy lead for 2:40 to go. Get the numbers in the right order. Interception by Votor. Ahead for Tanner Hoyt. Step back three-pointer for Hoyt. Rebound for Crocker. Oh, good tough defense by Tumwine. Forced Crocker to pick it up in the backcourt. Rennie for three. Short. Rebound Tumwine. Good hustle back there by Ethan. He was at three-quarter court, I think, when that shot was released. Owen Amos leaves it short. He's having a bit of a tough day with the hands. Crocker short on the three. Littleton. Littleton, a lot of steps there. Guess he kept the dribble alive. Tricky dribbler is Vincent Littleton. To really watch him really, really close. I thought he had pulled up once, but he kept the dribble going. Clayton inbounds for Buckley. Buckley, nice pass for O'Rourke. O'Rourke is mauled by Littleton, but the strength of Corson O'Rourke allows him to get that shot up. Coach Hickey and Vincent Littleton having a little discussion on the bench. Hoyt for Littleton for three. No good. Rebound Rennie. Littleton with the steal on the errant pass. It's inside Tumwine. He finishes. Ethan Tumwine has a knack of being in the right spot at the right time, otherwise known as hard work and good court sense. Oh, acrobatic move from Caleb Rennie as he gets two to go down. Little left hand on the right side for Rennie. Steal by Clayton. Tommy's knock it out of bounds. Inside for O'Rourke. Again, the big body gets the shot up. Amos now back up top. Littleton calls horns. Double high post here. Back for Amos. He comes out of the high post for the three-point shot. Ethan Tumwine tracks down the rebound. It's going to be out of bounds off of Ethan. Again, he's right on the ball, is Tumwine. In a literal sense, I mean, not the figurative. Garuga checks in. Haven't seen Jande since he went out with the, like a split lip from here. Garuga with a nice take. He's got the size to just go over top of Owen Amos in terms of the length. Tough catch for Hoyt. 12 seconds to go in a 14-point game, third quarter. Vautour rags the ball, now gets it back, and he'll drive. Zach Vautour fouled by Xavier Buckley. I think he had a straighter path to the bucket than he thought. Here's Jande up off the bench. Apparently the leaking has stopped, and Clayton will come off. That foul is on Buckley. 3 seconds on the game clock here in the fourth. Vautour on the inbound for Amos. Amos has got to get one up, but he's rejected by Garuga, and Jande were both there. Coach Hickey not happy they couldn't get a shot up with 3 seconds on the clock. 68-54 at the end of three quarters. The Tommies in front of UKC. Second of back-to-back for both these teams. One more quarter to go, and then we'll tee it up for men's volleyball action. That'll be Holland College and St. Thomas at 4:30. Come on back in about a minute and a half, and I'll bring you the fourth quarter. Fans, welcome back for fourth quarter action. If the Blue Devils are to win back-to-back days, they will need to do it in comeback fashion again. They were down 10 going into the fourth yesterday and won at UNBSJ. They're down 14 here. 68-54 to St. Thomas. Buckley cuts the lead to a dozen. Buckley with Crocker, Rennie, Jande, and Daruga to start the fourth for Kings. Florian with Lavoie, Campbell, Hoyt, and Ben Duell. Duell with the two-pointer missed. Rebound to Daruga. Start the quarter here for the St. Thomas Tommies. Buckley loses a handle. Duell picks it up, and now we'll turn it the other way. Duell stops over for Tanner Hoyt. Hoyt, Campbell, Florian to the cutting Ben Duell, who lays it up and in for two. Great backdoor cut and over the shoulder pass from Harrison Florian. Ben Duell gets on the scoreboard with 2 points. Duell's been fighting injury here a lot of this year. Great to see him back in action. Rennie takes a tumble, gets run over by Trey Campbell. Ethan Merlin checks in for Caleb Rennie. Campbell's first, Tommy's first here in the fourth. And Duell's going to get called for a block. Tommy's second foul in the quarter now. Flashed up. Lavoie got an elbow there from Jande, and he's going to check the chicklets out, make sure they're all still in the box. He got popped right in the mouth on that one. Oh no, he's holding himself a little higher, maybe up in the eye area for Lavoie. Villain will check in. Merlin will inbound. Merlin for Jande. Daruga on the outside. Jande from 14 feet. Doesn't go down. And Campbell on the rebound. Villain with a tough take and score. Draws the foul. The bucket's going to count. Clayton will set the check back in, as will Morris. Villain will go to the line. Littleton checks back in for Stu. Foul goes on. Daruga, his third. He's now gone to the bench. Villain converts the three-point play. Clayton with speed across half. Merlin on the drive over Florian, makes it go down, and Florian will get the foul, challenging Ethan Merlin's shot. That's going to be 4 on Florian. Big foul there. Owen Amos will check in for Harrison Florian. Let's see if Coach Stevenson counters with more size here and sends Daruga back out to pair with Jande. Pair was pretty effective for a stretch. Campbell and Littleton on the floor together, the 2 points for the Tommies. Villain, Campbell launches from 3, makes from 3, again holds the pose. Clayton will answer. Front rimmer. Campbell for Amos. Ben Duell with the attack. Oh, a spinner for Ben Duell goes down. Put foul of 4 on 22 on the board. I think it's actually Janday 12 who should have picked that one up. Duell finishes the 4-point play. 22 is not on the court. That's Daruga. I didn't catch the hand signal. Wasn't quite quick enough. Step back. Clayton. He goes down. Campbell's out ahead of the pack. And Clayton is athletic enough to deflect the pass. Foul on the board corrected. It does go on 12 Janday, his first. Crackerjack crew on the table, on the job. Villain. Loops one out for Amos for 3. No good. Villain on the offensive glass. Gets the putback to go for 2. Evan Villain doing the dirty work underneath. Clayton for Buckley. Clayton steps out on the far side. Tommies have pushed the lead here, 81-59. 13-5 run here to start this fourth quarter. Trying to put any thoughts of a comeback out of the minds of UKC early. Amos now will drive, kick to the corner. Villain on the drive. That one doesn't go down, but he draws a foul. It's getting pretty hard. Foul goes on Morris. Tumwine off the bench. Will check in at the next opportunity, as will Ethan Merlin. Tumwine will be for the shooter. Villain will get 2 here. Evan Villain, second year at Miramichi Valley. Just under 7 points and just under 5 boards a game. 67% from the stripe is Villain. Make there, and now it's the sub for the shooter. Janday on the spin, scores 2 points. Janday is long at 6'6". He's taller than any of the Tommies on the court. UKC ball. Inbounded for Janday. And Clayton back for Janday. Janday again uses the height advantage, and he draws the foul on Owen Amos. UKC so choose, they could go with the twin tower look of Janday and Daruga here. Third foul on Owen Amos. Janday at a Chilliwack to the line. 8 points, 5 rebounds a game, 57% on the line. Misses the second. Rebound Amos. Duell gets the foul from Osgoran. His first, team second of the quarter. Tommies already have 5 team fouls this quarter. Little discussion at the table. They're getting some paperwork corrected there, it looks like. Ben Duell with a conversation with Coach Stevenson there on the bench. Littleton with the miss, rebound by Clayton. Back for Buckley. Owen Amos collects the carom and hands it off to Trey Campbell. Amos, Campbell. Tumwine, he'll square up the three. No good. Amos and Jande fight for the board, but it's ultimately Jande who wins it for Buckley. Buckley gets right to the rack and scores two, draws a foul. Looks like we'll go on Trey Campbell. Does indeed go on Trey Campbell. Tanner Hoyt checks in. Ben Duell to the bench. Nice finish that time by Buckley. Buckley out of Halifax. Makes from the line. Rainbow jumper from Tanner Hoyt for 2 points. Clayton right to the rack. No good, and Clayton cracked the back of his head on the end wall. He's slow getting up. Looks like he's going to be okay. Still checking the head there. Now he gets back into play. Rennie's up off the bench. Clayton does appear okay. Osgoran on the drive, hands off for Clayton. He gives the ball up quickly. Back to Osgoran. Three-pointer no good. Osgoran on the rebound. And the take rolls in. Out of bounds on the baseline is the call. No bucket. Rennie in as well as Brendan Morris. Osgoran and Clayton out. Littleton for Amos. Tumwine and Rennie tied up there. Trey Campbell with another three-pointer. Little kiss to the bench that time from Campbell. Tommy's plus 22. Merlin with the miss. Jande and Tumwine fight for it. Jump ball called, possession Tommy's. Again, it's Ethan Tumwine around the ball. Looks like some words there between Littleton and Jande. Coach Steven quickly onto the court to make sure nothing happens. Trey Campbell, the peacemaker. Nothing called out of that fracas. Colin Downey will check in for Vince Littleton. Coach Hickey won't risk anything happening there. Late in the game, up 22. Let's just sit Littleton down. Keep him under cover here for the final bits of the game. Amos. Got the bags packed, goes on a little trip, forgets to bounce the ball, traveling. Called on Owen Amos. Nice body by Tumwine. Going to draw the foul. But still, tough nose play. Timeout taken by Kings. 3:25 to go. STU 87, UKC 65. Reminder, stick around on ACAA TV for men's volleyball. That's coming up scheduled for 4:30. Just do a little time check here. It is now 4:45. So I'm guessing that's probably going to be more like 4:45 by the time that one gets underway. It will take some time for the backboards to go up, the volleyball net to get in place, warm up to happen, all of those things. So probably running a little bit late, but check back on the feed. Do see one other score posted from women's basketball action this afternoon. A tight one on the island. Mount A defeats Holland College by 2. Last second shot missed by Holland College, according to the tweet I saw. Men are playing there this afternoon as well. That got underway at 3 o'clock. I don't have a score update on that one, but Mount Allison stays atop the conference with that win. Holland College. We'll have to take another closer look at those standings to know what that does to Holland College in terms of that loss. I think I still have those here earlier from the women's game. So you're going to dig that out. So Holland College would then drop down to 10-4. Mount A would move to 12-2. That would tie Holland College with Mount St. Vincent, who's playing at St. John today. I haven't seen that score. Good chances are Mount St. Vincent wins that one. So that would move them to 11-4. The Tommies now 10-5. Would be tied with Holland for third place. Holland still has to come here, but they won both on the island. So they already have the tiebreaker against the Tommy women. Woo! A whole lot of math here as we come to the end of the year in terms of the playoffs and the seedings. Lots to be decided. It's going to be a fun last few weeks of the season. And then one awesome ACAA tournament here coming up March 3rd. Merlin against Downey. Morris against Downey. Downey on the score sheet with a foul. And in a 20-point game, that will send Morris to the line. Tommies would very much rather that the Blue Devils score points with the clock rolling instead of the clock stopped. They are to attempt any kind of a comeback here. It would be a pretty miraculous one. Down 19 with 3:09 to go. But very much possible with the 3-point shot in today's game. Possible and probable. Sometimes live at opposite ends of the planet, though. Amos the miss. Buckley on the rebound. Buckley throws one up after getting body contact. No call. Jande on the putback. Again it is Kings on the offensive glass. And the Tommies, blockout's not really where they need to be. Josh Crocker checks in. Jande goes to the bench. Shot missed. Tanner Hoyt picks it off, hands it off to Owen Amos. He gets the foul on Josh Crocker, and Owen Amos will go to the line. Nice steal by Tanner Hoyt. Kochicki calls in the Tommies. Downey, Campbell, Tamwine, and Hoyt as Amos is on the line. 2:24 now to go. Amos can't get that one to fall. Tommies won't line up on the free throw line as Amos is shooting at the offensive end. Can't get the second to go either. Merlin, outside, Buckley. Buckley puts it up from 18 feet, no good. Rennie on the rebound. Crocker for Rennie. Two on the shot clock. Merlin is off the rim into the hands of Owen Amos. Downey for Campbell. Campbell, 13-footer. Too strong there. Campbell too close to the rim for him. He's used to shooting from behind the arc. Buckley fouled by Owen Amos on the strong take. Zach Votor set to check in. It will be for Colin Downey. And Ethan Brownsey, another big body for the Blue Devils, 6'6" out of Victoria, BC, checks in. I guess it wasn't in for Colin Downey. We'll reset the STU lineup. Downey, Tumwine, Hoyt, Votor, and Amos. And now Harrison Florian subs in for Owen Amos. Tommies have pretty much been in control of this one since the first quarter. Downey for Florian. Florian takes a three-pointer and drains it. Harrison Florian with his first three-point make of the season. Florian 1 for 1 now from three-point land. Florian gets the rebound. Hoyt for Downey, uses a Florian screen. Shot from 12 feet. Crocker on the carom. Crocker on the finish. Tommies averaged 92.5 a game. They're 2 points short of that. Score here would pretty much give them their per game average. And UKC 3 short of their 75-point per game average. So the teams with average performances here this afternoon, dare I say that? Make it 74 for UKC, 27 seconds on the game clock. 90-74. Tumwine to the front court, finds Hoyt. Hoyt for Tumwine. Back for Hoyt. Downey will drive back to the corner for Votor. 6 on the shot clock. Tumwine for 3. No good. Florian crashing the glass, but it's Xavier Buckley who will dribble out the clock. 90-74. Tommy's victory here over the UKC Blue Devils. Another solid all-around performance for the Tommies. Both teams just short of their regular season scoring averages in this one, but more or less right around them. Tommies with the win. They will move to 10-5. That will leapfrog them above the idle Crandall Chargers, who sit at 9-5. MSVU at UNBSJ today. That result won't yet be finalized, and neither will be Mount A or Holland result. So the Tommies now solidly move alone into second, pending the other results today. Mount St. Vincent can tie them with Crandall a half game back. Folks, this is all building up to March 3rd, 4th, and 5th right here, ACAA tournament, hosted by the Tommies. It's going to be one great weekend of basketball. Fans, you're going to want to get here for that. If you can't, I'll have the coverage for you here on ACAA.tv. For everyone here at St. Thomas, I'm Bill Gibson. Thanks for tuning in to the basketball doubleheader. Check out volleyball. That'll get going. Scheduled for 4:30. Might be just a shade after that as we get the court set up. Once again, my privilege to bring you the basketball action here from my perch in the pit. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Have a great week and enjoy.